Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick kind of video on, let me fix the lighting here. Ooh, mood set. A quick video on people and their kind of delusions of if shit hits the fan and what it would actually be like. Not that I can actually say for 100% certainty because obviously I haven't been through it. I'm playing with my new DPMS today. So if you hear noises, clickings, and buttstocks adjusting, I apologize. So I was thinking about it and I was like, this whole ammo shortage is kind of a good little gauge of what's going to happen. I mean, ammo isn't a necessity of life. There's other things you can use to defend yourself and all that jazz, but we're not going to get into that. So if things get bad, and let's say there's a food shortage, you see those people going into the stores and they're buying, a case of ammo and it comes in. They're just wiping them out, not leaving anything for anybody else, even if there's people waiting in line for it. We've all heard stories about that. Well, that just kind of goes to show you, if that's what they're doing with ammo, they're going to do the same damn thing with food. They're going to do the same damn thing with water. They have no reason not to if they're doing it for ammo. So it's like you got to kind of think to yourself, what are the odds that people are going to be good in a shit hits the fan situation? And to me, it doesn't look very good. People they are who they are. If one person's going to buy, all of the ammo, all the 9mm off of a truck when it comes into a local gun store, then they're going to do the same damn thing when it comes to buying all the food, all the whatever they can get, the rice, the water, all that shit from the grocery store if they have to. They're not going to leave anything for you. They don't care about you. They're selfish, and they're thinking self-preservation. I don't know. I can't really say that I wouldn't do the same thing, but I'd like to think I wouldn't. I try and leave ammo on the shelf when I go. The other day I was at Walmart, and there was a guy there, and he was waiting for somebody to come unlock the ammo because they had 9mm and 40 cal, and I have a 40 cal Glock. And I was thinking, they had 2 boxes of 40 cal. I went and got the clerk while he was waiting because he was just kind of not going to do anything, and I was on my lunch break. So I went and got a clerk, and then he came up, and the guy was like, "Oh, what are you getting?" And I was like, "Well, what are you getting?" And he was like, "I'd like those last 2 boxes of 40. And I said, "By all means, have at them. I'll just get 3 boxes of 9mm because I have a lot of 40 and I also have a lot of 9mm. So I ended up getting 3 boxes of 9mm and let him get the 40 cal, and that was my limit, obviously. So, I'd like to think that I would do that with food and water, but those are essentials. I mean, you can't live without them. You can live without ammo. You can't live without food and water. So you kind of have to think about, the people that are prepping, like stockpiling ammo and silver, gold, and all that stuff, and food and water. They're pretty intelligent people because, they're going to be ahead of the game. They're not going to have to go to the grocery store and buy, cases and cases of water. The city I live in, which is it's a medium-sized city in Iowa. I guess it's considered a town. But we had some flooding a couple years back, and they told us that the water supply had been contaminated. So water was not drinkable straight from the faucet, and people fucking panicked. They panicked. It was crazy. I worked at a gas station, and people were coming in left and right. "Do you have any water?" And I was like, "Well, we don't have any cases of water." Because we didn't sell cases, we just sold bottles. And they would just go to the cooler and just grab as many as they could and cleaned us out in probably the matter of an hour after the city announced that. They didn't care about anybody else, they just grabbed what they could. Now, we still had electricity, so you could still boil your water and use it for drinking. But people don't do that. They just came in and wiped everything out, So, my point is, you kind of have to be prepared ahead of time, because if you're reacting to the situation, you're going to be shit out of luck. I mean, that's the way it is. That's why I didn't need all that the 2 extra boxes of 40 cal from Walmart, because I'd been buying, probably I tried to get a box per caliber of rifle and pistol that I had every month at least. So I'm okay with my stockpile of ammo. I don't stock water and food right now because I'm a bum and I live at home and my parents have a lot of stuff on the shelves in the basement. Plus all that fun shit. I don't have room pretty much to store it all. We've got a pretty good pantry, and I don't think it would last very long, but it's their house. I can't really just go out and buy a ton of number 10 cans of peaches and shit like that and stock it on their shelves, and they're gonna be like, why are you getting such huge quantity? I don't want to deal with that. So the point of this video is basically saying you don't have to go ape shit and buy everything all at once. Little pieces here and there. Get a good base stock of, your food, your water, your ammo, and silver and gold if you feel so inclined. If you don't feel like you'll need it, then don't buy it. Don't waste your money on it if you don't believe in it. So that way, when the situation happens, if it happens, you won't be reacting. You will be the one sitting there being like, okay, well, if I go to the store and they have, a bunch of cases of water, I can get, 3 or 4 of them and leave a bunch for other people. You're not selling, or you're not killing everybody else off just because you have the finances to buy a truckload of water or, a crate of ammo. You're not leaving everybody else short-handed. So, it kind of, yeah, that's all I'm really going to say. There's baseball on. I watch baseball. I'm a baseball fan, so I get sidetracked with baseball. You don't have to consider yourself a prepper. You're just being smart. You're ready for a situation. And that was actually kind of when I started prepping, was when that whole flood happened in our town, and I saw a minivan, and I'm not kidding, the entire back was filled with cases of water, from the floor to the ceiling, from one side to the other side, all the way up to the driver's seats. I'm surprised there wasn't any fist fights and people beating the shit out of each other. Luckily, Anheuser-Busch, they stepped in and they were canning water, which it tasted like fucking shit. Oh my god, it was the most putrid water I've ever tasted in my life. But they canned water and shipped them down here for flood victims, so we got they were given 6 packs of cans of water per person, per family. So we got 3. We went out and got some, kind of for nostalgic purposes. I mean, me and my parents, we were running our sump pump and pumping that water, and we were just going to use that to boil and drink if we had to, because if they turned off the water, the sump pump's still going, so you can just have that pump into a bucket and then boil that. We also turned on our dehumidifier, so all that water that thing was pulling out of the air we could have used. So there's other ways to get water in the shitty situations like that. So anyways, this video went about 7.5 minutes longer than it should have. But just keep that in mind, and everybody be safe and have fun. And where's my, it's down here, my remote, so I can stop you.